Hello, everyone. Hi. How's everyone today? Anyways, if you're new here, this is Big Jim Blogcast Live, version 8.0, episode 345. It is Sunday, July 12th, 2026. We're in the middle of the summer. Isn't that great? Right on. Hold on a sec. I'm just going to do a little bit more sharing here. Okay. All right. Okay. All right. There we go. Post. All right. So, anyways, yeah. Welcome, Larry. How are you? Yeah, so this is Big Jim Vlogcast Live, version 8.0, episode 345, Sunday, July 12th, 2026. Thank you for watching and tuning in. Hold on there a sec. All right, go move that there. All right, I am going to give you my intro here. Welcome to Big Jim Blogcast Live, version 8.0, 2026 edition, show number 345. Big Jim Blogcast Live airs on Sunday nights on Facebook with the occasional Friday and Wine O'Clock Wednesdays. Big Jim Blogcast Live, we're in our 8th year. We debuted back in 2019. Big Jim Blogcast Live here. We do craft beer reviews, complete with a good Cuban cigar and a Spirit rum whiskey tonight. Our craft beer is called Science. It comes to us from the Refined Fool in Sarnia, Ontario, Canada. And we've got with it our Crown Royal whiskey, and a good Cuban cigar here. I'll light that up. It's a Hoya Montera Epidermal. Right there. There we go. So, anyways, yeah. So here at Big Jim Blogcast Live, we talk about classic movies, classic TV, classic pro wrestling, classic rock, classic sci-fi, classic albums. We got a good classic legacy album, local events, bongos, countdowns, birthday shout-outs to our friends with our, Cactus Jack here. All right. So retro, vintage, classic, nostalgia, yesteryear, the buzzwords here. Politics and religion are off limits. They're a no-no. All right. Thank you for watching. Tune in and turn on and enjoy the show. Like us, share, and subscribe to us. We are not spam. Cheers, everyone. But several times tonight, I'm going to go through this. Well, this is Big Jim Blogcast Live. The audio version will go out on Spotify, Apple Podcasts, and all these audio listening platforms where you listen to your podcast to, plus my own YouTube channel, Big Jim Blogcast Live at youtube.com. I want to give shouts out to you watching the Sarnia Port Elgin groups, especially Sarnia Rocks. Michelle, you guys rock, supporting Sarnia 2.0, all the pop culture, retro, classic, vintage, nostalgia, yesteryear groups, all like the Van Halen, hard rock, Hammerlow, classic rock groups. Craft beer, cigars, sci-fi, Star Trek, Star Wars, pro wrestling, blog and vlog groups, classic TV, movies, birthdays, bongos. Right on, people. So I'm gonna. All right. So yeah, let me do a little bit more sharing here. There we go. Okay. Okay, all eras, Run with Van Halen, Okay. So, okay, all right. All right, people. Okay. So, yeah, like I said, this is Big Jim Blogcast Live, version 8.0, episode 345, Sunday, July 12th, 2026. So, yeah. It's like tonight, I'll read you my disclaimer here. Hold on. There we go. All right. I may say a few bad, dirty words like shit, damn, screw, fuck. Your best bet is to go to your safe space, cover your ears, and pretend you never heard that. You'll probably hear a lot about it tonight. Before we get to our craft beer review here, we're gonna do some birthday shoutouts tonight. We're gonna countdowns, local events. What's on tap tonight? The last in the series of the Terminator movies, Dark Fate. Our classic TV show Emergency Season 2, plus a salute to Randy Mantooth. Our classic WCW pay-per-view, Bash at the Beach, 1996. Our random sci-fi character, Dr. Nichols from Star Trek IV, The Voyage Home. Classic Dallas Cowboy, Billy Davis. Tommy Hunter and Bonnie Tyler salutes. Our classic album, David Lee Roth, Eat 'Em and Smile, which was released this month, a couple of days ago in 1986. And so, all right. So we'll get to my beer. We'll get to this. All right. I don't have a... Tonight, it is called Science. It is a light IPA, 3.7% alcohol volume by the Refined Fool Brewing Company in Sarnia, Ontario, Canada. I'm trying this beer for the very first time tonight, if you tuned in. So, and before I pour it into my Big Jim Blogcast Live mug, I don't have one of them. I'm going to go over like the rule, the beer, my beer chart here. Like I said, I do give this beer a rating. I'm trying this beer for the very first time tonight, so I'm going to give it I give it a rating from 1 out of 10 later on in the blogcast. So here's my rating system. Outstanding. Okay, from 10 to 1, you've got outstanding, awesome, excellent, very good, above average, average, below average, not very good, terrible, and awful. So yeah, there we go. We want it to land from 10 to 6. So anyways, yeah, and also, if you get a chance, pick up this growler here. It's your Ontario Craft Beer Guide. This is volume 6, issue 1 from 2023. It gives you all the up-to-date info on all the craft breweries in Ontario. And pick it up at your local LCBO too. So, all right. Okay. So, yeah, we get our beer rating system. And if you're following along, you can throw it a number 2. So, all right. Okay. So, boom. Okay. And later on in the show, we're going to give a 10-gong salute to Bonnie Tyler, Tommy Hunter, and Randolph Mantooth. So, here we are. Okay. So, listen. All right. Wait a minute. All right. Little higher there. All right. So, tonight's craft beer, it is called Science. It's by the Refined Fool Brewing Company in Sarnia, Ontario, Canada. Here we go. All right. So, there we go. Look at that. Okay, hold on a sec. All right. Well, that's not good. Okay. So, anyways, yes. Look at that. Look at the texture of that. All right. So, like I said, I'm trying this beer for the very first time tonight. And when I try this beer, I don't go, basically, it's a very high-class, high-tasting, high-class elite beer for the upper crust. No, I don't. I just go with my gut and what's in here. So, here we go. Okay. Not too bad, not too shabby right there. Okay. Not too shabby at all. Okay. Yeah, that's a clear complexion there. There's a little bit of a bitter aftertaste, sour aftertaste to it, but finally a light beer that doesn't skip on flavor. So I'll just top this up a little bit. Like I said, I do give this a rating from 1 out of 10, but it's later on in the show. It's got to grow on me all through the blogcast. So I'll just give this a little top up. Put this back here for now. Okay. Possibilities here. All right, I got my Crown Royal here. All right. Good pairing. There we go. All right. And finally, all right, I got a good cigar going on here. This is Hoya Montero Habana from Cuba. I got that. The Riverfront Cigars here in Sarnia. All right. Well, All right, here we go. We're getting going now. This is Big Jim Blogcast Live version 8.0, episode 345. Sunday, July 12th, 2026. I myself have a week off from work, from my regular work. So there we go. All right. Well, hold on here a sec. All right. So anyways, yeah, that's Refined Fool. All right. It is called Science. It's 3% alcohol volume in it. Like I said, trying it for the very first time. It's good aftertaste. I think that there's a little bit of a little hint, a little sour, bitter taste to it, but that'll probably go away. Like I said, this beer's got to grow on me all through the blogcast. So, anyways, I'll just put this back here. I did bring back up. Oh, the bullhorn. Big Jim Blogcast Live. You there? Disperse. All right. Okay. All right. So we're gonna get to some birthday shout outs here. Thank you, Larry. Thank you. And you're an anniversary follower, Larry. Thank you very much. All right. And so, all right. Yeah. So let's get into some birthday shout outs here. So from the week of July 6th to July 12th, all right, we're going to, Cactus Jack is going to sing along. All right. Birthday shout outs here. From July 6th to July 12th, Tiffany Burr, Kelly Morgan Murphy, Anne-Marie Collins, Jason Steele, Janina Longley, Celia Figueroa, Rod Schuler, Susan Roberts, and Catherine McCalla. Again, people. Tiffany Burr, Kelly Morgan Murphy, Anne-Marie Collins, Jason Steele, Janina Longley, Celia Figueroa, Rod Schuler, Susan Roberts, and Catherine McCalla. Right on. Thank you, Cactus Jack. All right. Boom. Bam. All right. A little bit of bongo work there. Let's see here. So, yeah. Happy birthday to every one of those people that I just wished a happy birthday to. Hope your birthday's was a special one. And you deserve to treat yourself. All right. So, yeah. Now, for those of you, all right, so I've got a hotline. All right. So if you want to call me up on the hotline, 1-800-867-5309. It's toll free to call. You don't need your parents' permission. You can call me up on your rotary phone or your cell and say, hey, Jim, how's that beer going down? How's the blogcast? We love the blogcast. So, yeah, 1-800-867-5309, toll free to call. You do not need your wife's or your husband's or your parents' permission. So, all right. Okay. So, and here's the Big Jim Blogcast Live coffee mug. What is it? Harmonica. There we go. All right. So, before we do that, we're going to get into some countdowns here. So, all right. So, anyways, there we go. We've got Labor Day long weekend, 57 days away. August long weekend, 22 days away. Grandparents' Day, 63 days away. Halloween, 111 days away. Fall, 73 days away. And wintertime, you don't want wintertime. Sorry to say, it's 163 days away. Yeah, nobody wants wintertime. We're just enjoying the summer heat right now. And so, all right. Okay, boom, bam. All right, a bit of bongo there. before I get to, thank you for the likes and loves. Before I get to like our local events, our local events. Shit. Yeah, what was I about to do? Oh, yeah, that's right. Fuck. My craft beer for tonight, accompanied by Crown Royal. Cheers, everybody. Haven't done this in a couple of weeks. Another anniversary follower. There we go. Craft beer with cigar. It's a Habana. It's a Hoya de Montera Habana Epicure. Tonight's craft beer comes to us from Sarnia, Ontario, Canada. It's called Science. It's a light IPA. It's by the Refined Fool Brewing Company in Sarnia, Ontario, Canada. Yeah, and I got to say, first impressions, like I'm trying this beer for the very first time tonight. So yeah, it's got like a little bit of a bitter aftertaste to it. Otherwise not that bad. Otherwise goes down very smoothly. I brought it back up. I've got another one there. So, and if you want to throw it, I give it a rating from 1 out of 10 later on in the blogcast. If you want to throw it a number between 1 and 10, feel free to do so. Like I said, I haven't done this blogcast I wasn't here last weekend. So I'll just put this back here for now. All right. So, Big Jim Blogcast Live, version 8.0, episode 345, Sunday, July 12th, 2026. All right. So we get to some local events here, like in Sarnia and around Sarnia area. Roller skating. Remember that? Who still goes roller skating? That is every Sunday, 1400 Wellington Street, Sarnia, at the Clearwater Arena, 7 to 9 p.m. Adults, $7. Under 16, $5. And so, really good time. Brad Fisher, great guy. He's the one that organizes it. Rumblefish 30th Anniversary Cruise, 2026. Saturday, August 8th on the 2026 Duke de Orleans. 6:30 to 10 p.m., 297 Front Street North. Ticket info, go to the band for tickets, rumblefish.ca. Summer Street Dance, Saturday, July 18th. Oh, yeah, that's in a week. 6 p.m., 705 Goddard Street, Port Elgin, hosted by Three Sheets Brewery. The guy that owns Three Sheets Brewery, Jeff Carver, great guy. And it's going to be a good time. Ice Cream Festival, Sunday, September 20th, 2026, 9 a.m. till 4 p.m. Pinery Market, 10163 Lakeshore Road in Grand Bend. Admission $2. Kids are under 10 are free. And there's over 200 vendors, and it's going to be full of ice cream stuff. So, I mean, ice cream this, ice cream that, and you might find some innovative. It's a good time. I've been there. Sarnia Book Fest, Saturday, September 19th, 10 a.m. till 4 p.m. to Groot Nurseries, 1840 London Line, free admission, 25 book vendors. It's going to be a good time there. Mitten Market to Tecumseh, in Tecumseh Park. Mitten Market. Oh, no, sorry. Mitten Market to Tecumseh Skate, July 18th, Tecumseh Park, Russell Street South, Sarnia, 12 p.m. till 5 p.m. Skateboards, bands, food, free admission. It's going to be a good time if you like to watch skaters, like skateboarders. It's awesome. London Comic Con 2026, Saturday. It's September 26th, 10 a.m. till September 27th, 5 p.m. Western Fair Agriplex. I was there a couple of years ago, got to meet Lou Ferrigno and Jacob Snake Roberts. They're going to be like cosplay, games, classic toys, celebrity guests. I don't know who the celebrity guests are, but I will update you on that. Saturday, August 8th, 12 p.m. to 12 a.m. August 9th. Sarnia Rocks, Rising from the Ashes, hosted by our Sarnia Rocks' own Michelle, by Michelle from Sarnia Rocks, Michelle Dion, at Ruster. 905 Campbell Street, Sarnia. 19. It's a 19 and ages event, so it's $10 at the door. So, all right, boom. All right, bam. Okay, thank you. I'm gonna do a little bit more sharing here. All right. Yeah. There we go. All right. There we go. Okay. All right. Next. There we go. Post. All right. So anyways, yeah, welcome. If this is your first time here, welcome to Big Jim Blogcast Live, version 8.0, episode 345, where we do craft beer reviews. It's in the middle of the summer, almost. Sunday, July 12th, 2026. I got my craft beer for tonight, accompanied by Crown Royal. And a good cigar. Habana Hoya de Montera Epicure. All right. Good cigar. My craft beer for tonight is called Science. It's a light IPA, 3.7% alcohol volume. They don't give you any information on the can, so I'm just going to give it a little top up here. Refined Fool, Sarnia, Ontario, Canada. Now, it's a good beer. I think this is a really good beer. Starting off, the taste, it's no longer there. It's like it goes down pretty smoothly. It's a light beer. Okay, so yeah, and so like I said, I do give this a rating out of 10 later on in the blogcast. You're still here and sticking around. Throw out a number, see if it matched for between 1 and 10. See if it matches up with mine, and there we go. And so, yeah, there we go. Just put this back here for now. There is that little hanging aftertaste to it, hanging on, like, but overall, it's starting to be tasting like a good beer. All right. So as we get into the meat and potatoes of our, like, oh yeah, I got. I'm just giving the apartment a spray down here. Don't want it to spray like sound like an ashtray. All right. And so, yeah. Boom. Before we get into like our Terminator, I want to remind everybody that Big Jim Blogcast Live is not spam. The audio version will go out later on Spotify, Apple Podcasts, and all these audio listening platforms where you should podcast to, plus my own YouTube channel, Big Jim Blogcast Live at youtube.com. I want to give shouts out to everybody watching the Port Elgin groups. Sarnia rocks. Michelle, you guys rock. Supporting Sarnia 2.0, all the Van Halen, hard rock, heavy metal, classic rock groups, all the pop culture, retro, vintage, nostalgia, yesteryear groups, craft beer, cigars, Star Trek, Star Wars, sci-fi, pro wrestling, blog and vlog groups, classic TV and movies, birthdays, bongos, Rubik's, right on. So as we get to Terminator Dark Fate, I've got the movie on right now. This was the last in the series of the Terminator movies. Make it the last, thank God. It was released November 1st, 2019. 20, 21, 22, 23, 24. 6 years ago. So, all right, and we've got, okay, and we've got the cast returning. We've got the cast returning, like the cast, Linda Hamilton and Sarah Connor. Ooh, here's a good picture of her. Oh, yeah, badass. Like, you wouldn't want to fuck with this woman. I mean, or kill her son. Mean and nasty. All right. Terminator Dark Fate. There we go. We've got, like, Linda Hamilton and Sarah Connor. Arnold Schwarzenegger returns as T-100. Carl. Mackenzie Darrett as Grace. Natalia Rhea as Danny Ramos, Gabriel Luna as Rev 9. The new villain here, the new Terminator, Rev 9. sent by Legion, not by Skynet. All right. So Dark Fate. When it was released, it made a budget. Its budget was 196 million, and its box office was 261 million. But still, that was considered a failure by the studios. Now, all right. So here we go with Terminator: Dark Fate. Like I said, I got the movie on right now. Now, 3 years after destroying Cyberdyne, Skynet, Sarah and John Connor have gone down to Australia. John is suddenly killed by a T-800 and sent back by Skynet. 2020, Rev 9, a new Terminator was sent back to murder Danny Ramos. Grace, a surgically cyanic enhanced soldier, is sent from 2042 to protect her. Rev 9 has the ability to split. Rev 9, he's got the ability to split its cyber form and its audio skeleton and its exoskeleton or inner skeleton, and shapeshift into liquid metal. And so, fortunately, holy shit, it's confusing following these movies. Sarah Connor arrives, temporarily disables the Rev 9. Sarah, Danny, and Grace hide out in a motel. Sarah tells them that John died. She's been since John died, she's been getting coded messages from every about arriving Terminators. She destroys them before they become threats. Legion is now the new AI in place of Skynet. So the T-800 built that killed John sent the messages. Takes the name Carl. He finds that his mission, Carl. Where are you, pal? He returns. Well, anyways, Carl, he integrates himself into human society and with a human family. Carl, Sarah, Danny, and Grace team up and hunt the Rev 9. They hunt the Rev 9. They lure the Rev 9 to a high electric plant in a spring turbine and trap it in a spring turbine. Carl and the Rev 9 fight to the death. A power core explodes, killing them both. And so, like I said, I did post. There we go. I did post more of the Terminator Dark Fate trailer on my Blogcast page, my Facebook page. I mean, if you're confused about this movie's plot as I am, you're not alone. There we go. There's the Rev 9, played by Gabriel Luna. There's the cast right there. You have Natalia Reyes as Danny Ramos. Gabriel Luna is the Terminator. Arnold Schwarzenegger is Carl, the T-800. Sarah Hamilton is Linda Hamilton is Sarah Connor, and Nostalgia Mackenzie Davis as Grace. So there we are. And this, like I said, I got here's a throwback from all the original Terminators. There's the first Terminator, the second Terminator, the third one, the woman, the fourth one actually is John Connor, and then Gabriel Luna is the Rev 9. So and like I said, I did post. Oh yeah, there's the badass biatch herself, Sarah Connor, played by Linda Hamilton. I mean, who I just weathered and just mean and nasty in this movie. And so, Terminator Dark Fate. Hopefully, it was a good movie. I just didn't see why. I just wondered why it needed to be made. Did Arnold Schwarzenegger need the money, or I don't think so. But it was an all right. Hopefully, this is the last of the Terminator movies. So, and like I said, I did post. The Terminator, several scenes from the movie on my Blogcast page, my Facebook page, and plus the trailers for the movie. So look for it. There we go. So that was a lot to take in there. Holy shit. All right. Yeah, so, all right. And if you want to call me up on the hotline, 1-800-867-5309 about the movie or anything else on this blogcast, use your rotary phone or your cell, 1-800-867-5309. It's toll free to call. You don't need anybody's permission. So, yeah. All right. Boom. Okay. Here's Cactus Jack with his opinion. All right. All right. Okay. So, bam. All right, bongo solo there for everyone that had one. My craft beer for tonight, it is accompanied by like Crown Royal. All right. Good, along with like the good Cuban like Hidro Monte Habana Epicure number 1. Okay. And yeah, we've got like our craft beer tonight. It is called Science. I don't know why they named it that. It is by the Refined Fool Brewing Company in Sarnia, Ontario, Canada. Just opening her up. I'm trying this beer for the very first time tonight. Excuse me. Let's do this. All right, there we go. Moving it right there. All right. So. All right. So, anyways, yeah. All right. All right. There we go. I dropped something here. So, give me a minute here. There we go. All right. Okay. All right. Well, put it somewhere. There we are. All right. So, yeah. We've got Science by Refined Fool Brewing Company in Sarnia, Ontario, Canada, and it's pretty good beer. There's a little bit of like bitterness aftertaste to it, but I can get through that. I can, I'm going to say that this is going to be like a good start us off by being a good spring beer. Yeah, it goes down very smoothly. All right. And, it doesn't jump out at you. This is like one of those regular beers. So, and like I said, I do give this a rating between 1 and 10 later on in the blogcast. So if you're still here and sticking around, you want to throw out a number, see if it matches up with mine, feel free to do so. There we go. I'll just place this right here. All right, and so there we go. All right. So, anyways, yeah, there we go. That's this is Big Jim Blogcast Live version 8.0, episode 345. Sunday, July 12th, 2026. I was wondering, how was everybody's weekend out there before we get to like our classic TV show? It's great. Went to a Filipino barbecue. It was like, yes. Lots of great food there. My wife and I went there. We had a good time. Kudos to the organizers. Congrats to the organizers of it. Yeah. And so, hang on there a sec. There we go. Giving that a spray. So, yeah. And if you're looking for, so lately Facebook, if you want to see the old videos, the classic videos of Big Jim Blogcast Live from like 2024, 2023, 2025, or even 2022, you got to go to YouTube. I have my own YouTube channel there. Facebook won't let me store videos here for a limited amount of time. They'll let me do it for a limited amount of time, but then they get deleted. So I save them on YouTube. All right. As we get to our we're gonna get to our classic TV show here. Emergency. Who remembers this? This is season 2 of Emergency. All right. Yes, it's our classic TV show. Do you remember? Okay. Who remembers this is the era where you have a TV like this, and you've got to like get up and actually change the channel, adjust the volume. Who had a TV like this? We did, growing up. And this is before the era of remote controls. This is before the era of like Netflix. Yeah. And so we deal with like, all right. And then they had like, all right. So, yeah, we're on Emergency Season 2. And on NBC. NBC aired it from September 16th, 1972 to April 7th, 1973 for 21 episodes. And I was like, God, I was like only 2 and 3 at the time, but I do remember that watching the show. And in reruns, it revolves, okay, it's set at fictional Fire Station 51 at the LA County Fire Department, where firefighters and paramedic rescue are stationed. It focuses on 2 young firefighters. Who are they? John Gage and Roy DeSoto, played by John Gage, played by the late Randolph Mantooth, and Roy DeSoto, played by the ever alive Kevin Tighe. They are. They report to they also the ER staff at Raymont General Hospital, Dr. Kelly Brackett, Nurse Dixie McCall, and Dr. Joe Early. Now here's the, there we go. All right, let's see what we got here. Just checking my my notifications here. All right. All right. What do we got here? All right. So yeah, here's like the paramedics, John and Roy. There's Nurse Julie London, Julie London plays Dixie McCall, head nurse. Robert Fuller is Dr. Kelly Brackett, and Bobby Troop is Dr. Joe Early. Right on. So there they are. With the paramedics, or the paramedics, they've got like this kit that communicates. It's an ancient kit. It's like it's an emergency, like it's a biophone. It's the 1972 version. You can get 1 hour of talk time, and it has 8 UHF channels. So there we go. That's all right. So yeah. So here we go. And here's the rest of the the squad there, the fire squad. Yeah. So so there we go. There's the boys right there, the 2 main stars, right there. So, like I said, this is like Emergency Season 2, and I did get this at the Cave in Sarnia, which sells all sorts of old TV shows and movies. So, all right. So, anyways, yeah. Season 2. When I'm watching it, my favorite episodes, I was watching it last night, so just one. We had Problem, Kids, Showbiz, Virus, Side B, Peace Pipe, Saddled, Fuzz Lady, Trainee. That Roy and John save a man in an engine an emergency. My favorite episode was when Roy and John save a man that as an engine fell on him. They saved kids in a school bus over a gorge. Guest stars for this season 2 were Jamie Farr, Robert Alda, Lorette Spang, Dick Van Patten, John Travolta, Kathy Lee Crosby, Sharon Gless, and Lloyd Bachner, as an uptight doctor. So, anyways, yeah, there's Roy and John with the rest of the firefighters right there. There's Roy and John with Dixie, Nurse Dixie McCall, Dr. Joe Early, and Dr. Kelly Brackett. There's we've got the whole the emergency biophone from 1972. All right, what do we got here? All right. So, Steve, buddy, how are you? Welcome to Big Jim Blogcast Live, Steve. And so, yeah. And today, so anyways, we've got these two stars here, Kristen Batter. Well, yes, hello, Kristen Batter from Big Jim Blogcast Live. Now, Kevin Ty and Randolph Mantooth auditioned for their roles. They train for their roles in emergency. Like they sit in on paramedic classes and going on like a ride, lots of rides with the LA paramedics. Anyways, yeah, and they put it like in a time slot. CBS. This is the 1972-1973 primetime network TV schedule, Saturdays 8 p.m. till 9 p.m. NBC put Emergency in that time slot up against ABC's or CBS's All in the Family, a ratings hit for like CBS, and Bridget Loves Bernie, one of those. It was a one-season comedy, and ABC had Here We Go Again and The Paul Lynde Show. But Emergency did pretty well in its time slot, so there we go. All right. Yeah, and also just this past. All right. So as we honor, all right, as Emergency, all right, one of its stars. Randolph Mantooth, who played like John, paramedic, fireman slash. I'll get that in a minute, Steve. Randolph Mantooth, who played John Gage, passed away this past Thursday, July 9th, at age 80 at 2026 at age 80 at a hospice facility in Ventura, California. He was like battling cancer. Like he was born in Sacramento, California, September 19th, 1945. Career highlights: he's like a decorated film and TV actor. He's appeared in McCloud, The Virginian, Night Gallery, The Love Boat, Project UFO, Battlestar Galactica, Fantasy Island, The Fall Guy, Dallas, Murder, She Wrote, L.A. Law, Loving, China Beach, MacGyver, Baywatch, General Hospital, One Life to Live, JAG, Diagnosis Murder, Walker, Texas Ranger, as the World Turns, ER, and Sons of Anarchy. He because of his role on Emergency, as John Gage for 6 seasons. He's a spokesman. He was a spokesman for the National Association of Firefighters and spoke regularly at firefighter and EMS conventions across the U.S. He also is a 4-time Soap Opera Digest Award nominee. 1990, 95, 1996, 1997. And here we will do a 10-gong salute later to him, Tommy Hunter, and Bonnie Tyler later on. Cheers to you, the late Randolph Mantooth. All right. So, yes, Steve, I will. I'm getting to that right now. All right. So, all right. So, yeah. Give me a minute here. This is remind everybody that this is Big Jim Blogcast Live version 8.0, episode 345, Sunday, July 12th, 2026. Yeah. All right, Steve, Christian, everybody. My beer of choice tonight, my craft beer for tonight, accompanied by like Hoya Montana Havana cigar by Riverfront Cigars, and accompanying it is Crown Royal. Why doesn't Kristen log on and say hello? But anyways, Kristen and everybody, Steve, tonight's craft beer is called Science. It is by the Refined Fool in Sarnia, Ontario, Canada. I'm trying this beer for the very first time tonight. Look at that texture, the clearness of it. I'm going to give it a little top up. Oh, yeah. All right, going to wipe it off there. Oh. But like I said, I'm trying this beer for the very first time tonight. Little bit of a little bit like 1% tangy aftertaste to it, but it goes down very smoothly. Like I said, I'm going to start this off being a good spring beer, and you can start it off with like being a good goes good with salads. Cheers, Steve. And Steve, if you're here by the end of the blogcast, if you or Kristen or anybody else wants to throw out a number between 1 and 10, what do you think I'm going to give it? Feel free to do so, because we're all about audience participation here at Big Jim Blogcast Live. All right. So there, we set this back here. All right. So, yeah. All right. Yeah. Okay. All right. So, anyways, yeah. All right. So for those of you who are just tuning in tonight, let me remind you, Big Jim Blogcast Live is not spam. The audio version will go out later on Spotify, Apple Podcast, and all these audio listening platforms where this is your podcast to, plus my own YouTube channel, Big Jim Blogcast Live at YouTube.com. I want to give shouts out to you watching the Sarnia Port Elgin group. Sarnia rocks. Michelle, you guys rock. Sporting Sarnia 2.0. All the pop culture, retro, classic, vintage, nostalgia, yesteryear groups, all the Van Halen, hard rock, heavy metal, classic rock groups, all the craft beer, cigars, sci-fi, Star Trek, Star Wars, pro wrestling, blog, classic TV and movies, birthdays, bongos, Rubik's, birthdays, bongos, you know. Yeah. All right, and I got the Big Jim Blogcast Live coffee mug here. If you want to wake up, right that with the harmonica. All right. So, okay, we get to our classic, like, all right, this is a legacy. All right. This is like, all right. So, okay. All right. Let me tell you the story behind this. This is Bash at the Beach, WCW, July 7th, 1996. 30 years ago, this past week, last week, WCW had their Bash at the Beach pay-per-view, and it was groundbreaking for several reasons. It kicked off the start of the NWO. Well, let me find this here. So, it kicked off the start of the NWO. Yeah, so it was at the Ocean Center in Daytona Beach. I'll run down the card. The matches. One dark match. Jim Power defeated Dr. Hugh Morris. Steiner Brothers defeated Harlem Heat. Okay, Steiner Brothers defeated Harlem Heat. They won they were the new tag team champions of the world. Where's Harlem Heat in here? All right, so yeah. All right, yeah, they defeated Harlem Heat. Bobby Walker defeated Billy Kidman. Rock and Roll Express, Ricky Morton and Robert Gibson defeated Scott Norton and Ice Train. Eddie Guerrero defeated Lord Steven Regal. Rey Mysterio Jr. defeated Psychosis. John Tena defeated Big Bubba. DDP, Diamond Dallas Page, defeated Jim Duggan. So, all right. And okay. All right. Nasty Boys defeated Public Enemy. Dean Malenko defeated Disco Inferno for the WCW Cruiserweight title. Steve McMichael defeated Joe Gomez. Ric Flair defeated Conan for the WCW US title. And the Taskmaster and defeated Arn Anderson. The Taskmaster, along with like his troupe, defeated Arn Anderson and Chris Benoit. And the final match of the night was all right. Like I said, there's a backstory to this. Sting, Lex Luger, and Randy Savage took on the Outsiders, Kevin Nash and Scott Hall, plus a third mystery man. So as you can prior to Bash at the Beach, Eric Bischoff signed Scott Hall and Kevin Nash away from Here's Kevin Nash, formerly Diesel in the WWF, and Scott Hall, formerly Razor Ramon in the WWF. They signed with WCW for some big money contracts, and they power bombed Eric Bischoff through a stage. Kevin Nash power bombed Eric Bischoff through a stage, wanting to know who the third man was. They want to know. They were teasing a third man for Bash at the Beach. They didn't know who it was. The announcers leading up to the pay-per-view. Let's see here. So, yeah. So they said, okay, so they're on their way out to the ring. All right, here's a Bash at the Beach at 95. All right. So as they're on their way out to the ring, the announce team of Dusty Rhodes, Tony Schiavone, and Bobby the Brain Heenan kept on demanding, teasing about the third man tonight. Who's going to be the third man? Who's going to be the third man in the Sting, Randy Savage, Luger, Outsiders match? So, all right. So early in the match, all right. Okay. All right. So, all right. So, anyways, bear with me here. All right. So bear with me here. So early on in the match, the announcers, they teased, well, who's going to be the third man? And it's like they speculated about every name all night long, right? Remember, this happened 30 years ago. So you had Sting, Lex Luger, Randy Macho Man Savage, and the Outsiders. The third man didn't come to the ring yet. Randy Savage, I think, was the man left in the ring as Sting was hurt. So, anyways, they had to call a buddy out. Out comes, oh, you guessed it. Who appears none other than like Mr. Hulk Hogan. All right, Hulk Hogan. But Bobby the Brain Heenan almost let it slip. He goes, "Is he there to help the Outsiders?" And sure enough, Hulk Hogan comes out, goes to the ring, looks around, leg drops Randy Savage, I think it was. And yeah, there we go, and we celebrate, and a couple of leg drops, and we celebrate the New World Order. And that kicks off the New World Order. The nucleus of it, of Scott Hall, Hulk Hogan, and Kevin Nash. He gives a leg drop. He gives a speech about all you fans can stick it. Go to hell, everybody. The announcers tell Hulk Hogan to go to hell. There we go. Mean Gene climbs into the ring and interviews Hulk Hogan. As you can closely see, the ring is piling up. People are throwing shit. People are pissed off. And it worked. It was brilliant. For one, I thought it was brilliant. A brilliant heel turn by Hulk Hogan, because he was getting boring. He was getting like just run-of-the-mill regular. But when he placed that leg drop, there we go, that leg drop on Randy Savage, I think it was Randy Savage, yeah. Lex Luger and Sting were like incapacitated. That kick-started the whole NWO. Mean Gene Okerlund got hit with like a bottle, almost bled in the nose. And yeah, they had to get out of there pretty quickly. But that kick-started the whole NWO for WCW and the coming 83 weeks of the ratings war between the WCW and the WWF. So yeah, Outsiders, Kevin Nash versus Sting, Lex Luger, Randy Savage. Luger was knocked out, went backstage. Match continues. Hulk Hogan comes down to the ring, atomic leg drop Savage, and reveals himself the third man. Match ends in a no contest. They throw the referee out of the ring. Hogan interviews, Gene Okerlund interviews Hogan in the ring complete with trash and debris flung at them. They dubbed themselves the New World Order of pro wrestling, and it worked. And it was for a while there in 83 weeks. WCW overtook the WWE. So, and like I said, that was 30 years ago this past week. All right. So, all right. And, I did post more of the a couple of the matches from Bash at the Beach, plus the Hulk Hogan heel turn when they're in the ring. Mean Gene interviews Hulk Hogan and the rest of the Outsiders, now known as the New World Order. I posted that on my Blogcast page and my Facebook page. All right, so yeah. All right, this is Big Jim Blogcast Live, version 8.0, episode 345, Sunday, July 12th, 2026. Oh, yeah. And it's a summertime. My craft beer for tonight, accompanied by good cigars, an Epicure, Hoya Montero Habana. Accompanying that is like our Crown Royal. All right, and our craft beer for tonight, it is called Science. There it is. It is by the Refined Fool Brewing Company in Sarnia, Ontario, Canada. It's a good beer so far. 3.7% alcohol volume. 430. They don't give much information on the can here. I'm just gonna top this can up here, and so. Yeah, it's a good beer. It's definitely wearing on me. It's definitely like there was like a little bit of a bittery, soury aftertaste to it, but that'll disappear slowly over time. It goes down very smoothly. I can see this being a spring beer. Good with salads and all that. Good back deck patio beer. And like I said, I do give this a rating from 1 out of 10 later on in the blogcast. If you're still here, sticking around, feel free to do so. Feel free to throw out a number between 1 and 10. See if it matches up with mine. Cheers, everybody. I'll just put this right back here for now. All right. So, yeah. All right. It's, how's everybody's summer so far? All right. So, yeah. Come on. There we go. All right. A little bit of bongo here. Boom. All right. So, anyways, yeah, this is Big Jim Blogcast Live, version 8.0, episode 345, Sunday, July 12th, 2026. Got a good craft beer going. As we can like as we get to our like random sci-fi character from the 80s, he is Dr. Nichols from Plexicorp. This Dr. Nichols, he appeared in Star Trek IV: The Voyage Home, where they it basically like they have to get like whales. So, but Dr. Nichols was the plant manager in 1986, 40 years ago. Wait a minute, 40 years ago at Plexicorp in San Francisco. Plexicorp was well known under the management of Dr. Nichols for its work with polymers and the output of plexiglass. They wanted transparent aluminum for whales. So there we go. There's him with like Montgomery Scott, Scotty, and Dr. McCoy. All right. So, anyways, Plexicorp receives an unscheduled visit in 1986 from Professor Scott from Edinburgh, Scotland, and his associate, Dr. McCoy, to have an appointment to study the methods of Plexicorp's manufacturing. So, in exchange for use of Plexicorp facilities to build walls for the whale tanks, Montgomery Scott would give Dr. Nichols the formula for transparent aluminum. They traveled back in time. So anyways, this is the predestination paradox here. McCoy and Scott discussed concerns that would change the timeline at all, until they theorized that he had probably invented the formula for transparent aluminum. Scott gave Nichols the formula in exchange for a number of plexiglass sheets. So, canon history, Walter Nichols patented the transparent aluminum formula, passing it off as his own, eventually earning enough money to buy Plexicore from his original owners. And so it's one of those, and here's like Captain Kirk with like, Dr. Scientist Gillian Taylor from the movie too. So, and I did post more of like couple of clips from the movie about like Dr. Nichols and Plexicore, and the debate between Montgomery, Scotty, and McCoy about like altering the timeline and all that. Like I said, I posted those clips on my Blogcast page and my Facebook page there. And so, all right. It's a predestination paradox. The crew goes back in time in a Klingon warbird. Because they want a couple of humpback whales. A probe is heading to Earth because they lost communication with humpback whales. And if they don't get it, they go back in time. If they don't get a couple of whales to communicate with, Earth will be destroyed. So there's the gist of your like. All right. All right. So. Okay. So anyways, welcome to Big Jim Blogcast Live, version 8.0, episode 345, Sunday, July 12th, 2026. All right. So before we get to our classic Dallas Cowboy, I want to remind everybody that Big Jim Blogcast Live is not spam. The audio version will go out later on Spotify, Apple Podcasts, and all these audio listening platforms where it's your podcast to, plus my own YouTube channel, Big Jim Blogcast Live at YouTube.com. I want to give shouts to everybody watching the Sarnia Port Elgin groups. Sarnia rocks. Michelle, you guys rock. All the supporting Sarnia 2.0, all the pop culture, retro, classic, vintage, nostalgia, yesteryear groups, all the Van Halen, hard rock, heavy metal, classic rock groups, craft beer, cigars, sci-fi, Star Trek, Star Wars, pro wrestling, the blog and vlog groups, classic TV movies, birthdays, bongos, Rubik's. Big Jim Podcast Live coffee mug here. All right. There we go. All right. So cheers to everyone. Okay. So and also, we've been getting like, all right. So when we get to our classic Cowboy, now if you've watched on Netflix, there's a great documentary on the Dallas Cowboys, right? America's team, the Gambler and his Cowboys, and it gives you like interviews with Troy Aikman, Michael Irvin, Jerry Jones. As of record, now there's this. Okay, this guy is the current owner of the Dallas Cowboys, Jerry Jones. He bought it from Bum Bright, former owner, who bought it from Clint Murdoch in 1966. Bum Bright had the team until 1989. Jerry Jones buys it in 1989. So far, there's only been three, and they haven't won. There's been three Super Bowl winning coaches here. Tom Landry won 2 Super Bowls. Jimmy Johnson won 2 Super Bowls, and Barry Switzer won 1 Super Bowl. Tenure, like I mean, at 1971, 1977. 1992, 1993, and 1995. So as we get to our classic Cowboy, he is, he falls under, he competed under the Barry Switzer era of this gentleman right here, the Barry Switzer era of the Dallas Cowboys. And so we have Dallas wide receiver Billy Davis. There we go. There's another one. There's Billy Davis right there. 1995. He was active 1995, 1998. He was born July 6, 1972 in El Paso, Texas. Height 6 foot inches, 6'1", weight 205 pounds. He attends his high school. He attends Irving High School, plays a quarterback and defensive back and punter. Senior year, he passed 1,200 yards, receiving all district, all city, and all region honors. University of Pittsburgh, attends there on a scholarship. He is a wide receiver, posts 10 receptions for 100 yards in his sophomore year, 34 receptions and 3 touchdowns. Junior year, plays 9 out of 11 games, 346 yards for 1 touchdown. Senior year, he leads the team with 51 receptions for 731 yards, 9 touchdowns. His pro career, now in the 1995 NFL Draft, he was signed by the Dallas Cowboys, undefeated, undrafted free agent. Records 16 special teams tackles as a and was like a part of the Cowboys' 1995 Super Bowl winning team against the Pittsburgh Steelers. He accepts a wide receiver position. 1998, new Dallas head coach Chan Gailey named him starters, recorded 3 touchdowns. May 31st, 1999, he was waived off the roster for salary cap reasons. 1999, the Baltimore Ravens signed him. The 2000 season, 21 tackles. He was waived for salary cap reasons on March 19, 2001, but they won the Super Bowl that year with him. August 30th, 2001, he signs as a free agent of the Chicago Bears, but they cut him December 1st. May 30th, 2002, signs as a free agent with the Oakland Raiders, but he was waived in August 2026, and he decides to retire after that. I did post a few clips of highlights of Billy Davis's career on my Blogcast page, my Facebook page. There we go. And he was under the Barry Switzer era. There's your classic Dallas Cowboy, Billy Davis here. So, all right. Okay. All right. This is Big Jim Blogcast Live, version 8.0, episode 345, Sunday, July 12, 2026. All right, bam. If you want to call up the hotline tonight, 1-800-867-5309, you can use your rotary phone, your cell. Tell me, hey, how's that beer going down? What's happening? We love the Blogcast. Toll free to call, 1-800-867-5309. Rotary phone or cell. You don't need anyone's permission. So, right on. Our craft beer for tonight. All right. So, got a good combo going on. We've got our Hoya de Montera Epicure Urbana from Riverfront Cigars there. All right. And we've got our Crown Royal going on here. And our craft beer for tonight, it is called Science. It is by the Riverfront, Refined Fool in Sarnia, Ontario, Canada. I'm trying this beer for the very first time tonight. I just give a little top up there. Oh yeah, pretty good. This had a little bitter of soury aftertaste to it in the beginning, but it's growing on me. It's a good beer. It goes down pretty smoothly, and I'm gonna I'm trying this beer for the very first time tonight. Look how clear that is in its glass. I don't have one of their glasses. I did have a Refined Fool beer glass, but stupid me, I shattered it a long time ago. But I'm going to say that I'm going to place this as a good spring and summer beer, a good back deck patio beer. Good goes good with salads. Yeah. And like I said, I do give this a rating from 1 out of 10 later on in the Blogcast. If you're still here, sticking around, you want to throw out a number between 1 and 10, feel free to do so. So I'll just place this back here. All right. So. We're going to pay tribute to 2 legends that we lost. Yeah. So earlier, earlier this month, July 2nd, at age 89, Tommy Hunter, the legendary Tommy Hunter, passed away. Now, he was born March 20th, 1937 in London, England. He begins performing in 1956 as a rhythm guitarist on the CBC TV show Country Hoedown. The Tommy Hunter Show started in 1960 and ran on CBC until 1992. Performers included Gordon Lightfoot. And remember, these were early in their careers. But Gordon Lightfoot was good. Was a veteran. Gordon Lightfoot, Garth Brooks, the Judds, also a very young Tanya Tucker, and a very young, if you recognize her, Shania Twain, going by Eileen Twain at the time. She performed it like this was before the big fame and all that. After CBC canceled his TV show, he still toured with band the Tumbly Men, and he retired in 2012 after his final tour. Now, of course, Tommy he was inducted into the Canadian Country Music Hall of Fame in 1984. He was a 3-time Juno Award winner. In 1986, he was presented the Order of Canada. London, the city of London named a street Tommy Hunter Way. 2005, he was presented with the GMA Canada Lifetime Achievement Award, and so many other awards. Like, this man's a virtual legend. I grew up on his show. I watched his show occasionally. Unfortunately, he passed away in a retirement home in London, Ontario, last Sunday, July 2nd, at age 89. And we will have like a 10 gong salute for him and Randolph Mantooth later on in the later on in the blogcast. So, all right. Well, anyways, yeah, I'm gonna keep those around there. Turn around, bright eyes, and another legend that we lost, Bonnie Tyler. Here she is. There we go. What do we got here? So, anyways, just checking on the notifications here. Turn around, bright eyes. All right. So, what do we got here? All right. So, anyways, yeah, Bonnie Tyler, legendary Bonnie Tyler, long career. Born June 8, 1951, in Stewart, Wales, United Kingdom. 18 hit studio albums, hit singles like 1977, It's a Heartache, It's a Heartache, Tell Me But It's Too Late, Total Eclipse of the Heart in 1983, Faster Than the Speed of, off of her 5th studio album, Faster Than the Speed of Night, Holding Out for a Hero on the Footloose soundtrack, 3-time Grammy Award nominee, 3-time Brit Award winner. She worked with, like, Total Eclipse of the Heart. That was her signature tune, Total Eclipse of the Heart. Turn around, bright eyes, if you need me more than... Oh, I don't know. I can't recite the lyrics. I don't know. I might get zapped with, like, copyright infringement here. But, yeah, Bonnie Tyler, there's both pictures of her. Unfortunately, she passes away Wednesday, July 8, 2026 in Faro, Portugal, age 75. And again, we'll have a 10 gong salute later to Bonnie Tyler, Tommy Hunter, and Randolph Mantooth later on in the blogcast. And I did post a couple of Tommy Hunter videos and Bonnie Tyler videos on my blogcast page, my Facebook page. So there we go. Turn around, bright eyes. If that's not the soundtrack to your life. Every now and then I get a little bit lonely, but a look in your eye. Turn around, bright eyes. But yeah, both legends, and yeah, we will give them a 10 gong salute later on in the blogcast. So, all right. Bongo, yeah. All right, boom. All right. So, yeah, my craft beer for tonight, it's accompanied by, like, good cigar. It's like an Epicure Hawaii Montero Havana. Turn around, bright eyes. Do 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 do. All right, my craft. Yeah, like I said, my craft beer for tonight. A good cigar from Riverfront Cigars right here in Sarnia. Epicure. We've got like Crown Royal right there. And our craft beer for tonight, it is called Science by the Refined Fool Brewing Company in Sarnia, Ontario, Canada. And if somebody might want to share this blogcast, the Refined Fool crew, feel free to do so. Like I said, I'm trying this beer for the very first time tonight. Give it a little top up. There's its texture right there. Yeah. The little bitterness that I tasted in the beginning has disappeared. It goes down pretty smoothly. This is a good beer. It's a smooth, easy drinking beer. This is easily a spring, summer, and fall beer. I'm going to place it right there. Spring, summer, and fall. Back deck patio beer, good sporting. You can actually take there's a good ball game beer, good football game beer. I think I can easily match this with salads or ribs or steak. Good barbecue beer. So yeah, give it a little top up. I'm going to place it back here. And like I said, if you're still here and sticking around, you want to I'm going to give the beer a rating from 1 out of 10. If you want to post a number, see if it matches up with mine, feel free to do so, like many other people have done. So, all right. Ooh, okay. So, all right, fuck. As we get to our classic legacy album. All right. So, anyways, we get to our classic legacy album. David Lee Roth, Eat 'em and Smile. There's him on the back there. All right, this was released July 7th, 1986. This makes this album 40 years old this month. This was recorded at the... all right, let's see here. Okay. Recorded at the Power Station in New York City. Fantasy Studios in Berkeley, California. This is the first full-length debut solo album by David Lee Roth. Oh yeah, I see the likes and loves for that. Right on. For Mr. David Lee Roth. He's still out there touring, you know. Yeah. So, produced by Ted Templeman. This is Ted Templeman. Ted Templeman, of course, is produced all of Van Halen's records from the David Lee Roth era. Basically worked with them. And it was basically you can consider him the fifth member of Van Halen. Again, Ted Templeman right there. Okay. Roth left Van Halen in August of 1985, and his EP Crazy from the Heat was a surprise hit in 1985. Now the band, once Roth left Van Halen, we got the band. He assembled a killer band here. Steve Vai on guitar, Billy Sheehan on bass, Greg Bissonette on drums. Not pictured here is a touring keyboardist, Brett Tuggle. The songs, Yankee Rose, Shy Boy, I'm Easy. Yankee Rose written by David Lee Roth and Steve Vai. Shy Boy written by Billy Sheehan. I'm Easy written by, it's a cover. It's cover tuned by Billy Field and Tom Price. Ladies Night in Buffalo, written by David Lee Roth and Steve Vai. Going Crazy, written by David Lee Roth and Steve Vai. Tobacco Road, it's a cover from John Loudon Milk. Elephant Gun, Big Trouble, Bump and Grind. All David Lee Roth, Steve Vai collaborations. All right. That's Life by Dean Kaye and Kelly. It's a Frank Sinatra cover. The album David Lee Roth's Eat 'Em and Smile peaked at number 4 on the Billboard U.S. album charts. Backstory again, David Lee Roth had a planned movie about a rock star who needs a vacation, Crazy from the Heat, but CBS pulled the funding for it. Album cover and design, like the album cover and like the back cover were totally designed by David Lee Roth and Peter Angelis. Peter Angelis was David Lee Roth and Van Halen's lighting director. And the Van Halen David Lee Roth divorced. Pete Angelis went with David Lee Roth. He's also the former manager of the Black Crowes. The Eat 'Em and Smile tour started August 16th, 1986. Played 105 shows. Opening acts were Cinderella and Tesla. He included several VH songs on the tour, like Unchained, Panama, Ain't Talking About Love, Jump. Tour ended February 22nd, 1987. Did you know there's like a Spanish version of this? Sonrisa Salvatea. Yes. That version didn't sell well at all. We got the liner notes here of, there we go. There's a more accurate picture of the boys right here. David Lee Roth, Steve Vai, Greg Bissonette, and Billy Sheehan. And the liner notes back here. Ooh, yeah, all right. All right. All right. So, anyways, yeah. It was a real... All right. So, yeah. David Lee Roth, Eat 'Em and Smile. The crowd... I posted the videos of Yankee Rose and That's Life. Yankee Rose and Going Crazy, my Blogcast page and my Facebook page. Give me a bottle of anything and a glazed donut to go, dude. And that's what starts off the video. It was like high energy. Yeah. So, anyways, and surprisingly, this is a good album. I don't think there's any filler in this album. Like, it's a solid guitar. There are keyboards in it. When David Lee Roth left Van Halen, he wanted to got a great superstar, stellar band here. Tried to overshadow Van Halen, but you can't overshadow Eddie Van Halen. So anyways, yeah. If you ever see this, grab it up. It's a classic album. David Lee Roth, and there's the band there. All right, so okay. So, yeah, it's a classic album. I posted, Going Yankee Rose and Going Crazy on my Blogcast page and my Facebook page. All right. So, yeah. Oh, yeah, got the Big Jim Blogcast Live coffee mug here with the harmonica. There we go. So, yeah, it was like Eat 'Em and Smile versus Van Halen's 5150 at the time. At the time in 1986, 40 years ago, basically. It was a competition between Van Halen and David Lee Roth. Van Halen, of course, went with Sammy Hagar. All right. So, yeah. Before we get to that, now, oh yeah, boom, 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 bam. Rubik's Cube? Yeah, I am. I'm done with that for this year. It might return next year, Larry. So, I still have the Rubik's Cube safely tucked away over there. So, yeah. Tonight, I my craft beer. It is accompanying my craft beer for tonight. Cuban cigar, Cuba Homoya, Montana. It's an Epicure. Accompanying my craft beer tonight at Crown Royal. All right. So, cheers, everyone. All right. So, anyways, yeah. I will give this a rating in a couple of minutes, but I'll give it a little top up. I'm trying this beer for the very first time tonight. At the beginning of the Blogcast, it had like a tangy, little bittery aftertaste to it, but it disappeared. Yeah. All right. So yeah, it goes down very smoothly. I peg this as a good spring, summer, and fall beer. Good salad beer, good barbecue back deck patio beer. Bathroom break right now. Hold on, excuse me for a minute. All right. All right, I'm back. Okay, so anyways, yes, back. All right, so where was? Oh yeah, I was like, yeah, peg this is a good springtime beer, spring, summer, and fall beer. Back deck patio beer. Goes good with like steak, ribs, and foreign food. Could be. And I'll place this back here for now. I'm gonna. Anybody wants to give it see what I'm going to give it, I give it a rating. I'm going to give it a rating from 1 out of 10. And if you want to throw out a number between 1 and 10, see if it matches up with mine, feel free to do so. Like many people, so many people have done, we're all about audience participation here at the Blogcast. So, all right. All right, so now it's my most favorite time in the Blogcast. Yes, it is This Week in Van Halen History. Right on. As we cover all eras of the band here. All right, we cover like the original Van Halen, the Van Halen with Sammy Hagar, the Van Halen with Gary Cherone, and the Van Halen without Michael Anthony and with Wolfgang Van Halen. So here we go. From July 6th to July 12th. July 6th, 1978, Van Halen played the Celebrity Theater in Phoenix, Arizona. July 6th, 1997, Sammy Hagar plays the Capitol at Capitol Lamar in Jackson, Mississippi. July 7th, 1986, David Lee Roth releases Eat 'Em and Smile. July 7th, 1998, Van Halen plays the Pavilion in Concord, California. July 8th, 1978, Van Halen plays the Sports Arena in San Diego, California. July 8th, 1988, Van Halen bring the Monsters of Rock tour to Liberty Bowl Stadium in Memphis, Tennessee. July 9th, 1978, Van Halen plays the Arena in Long Beach, California. July 9th, 2015, Van Halen plays the Pavilion in Concord, California. July 9th, 1992, David Lee Roth attends the Red Hot and Dance event at Studio 54 in New York City. July 9th, 1993, Van Halen plays a show in Mansfield, Massachusetts. Before the show, Eddie meets with neurosurgeon Dr. Jim Schumacher, who offers Edward Van Halen neurosurgery brain surgery lessons in exchange for guitar lessons. I don't know how that worked out. July 10th, 1999, David Lee Roth opens for Bad Company at the Alpha Mason Theater in East Troy, Wisconsin. July 10th, 1993, Van Halen plays the Grant Woods Center for the Performing Arts in Marshfield, Massachusetts. July 10th, 1984, David Lee Roth plays the Commodore in Vancouver, BC, Canada. July 11th, 1991, Eddie Van Halen attends the premiere of Bill and Ted's Bogus Journey at the Palladium in Hollywood, California. July 11th, 2002, David Lee Roth plays the Connor Crowd Music Festival in Riverfront Park in Lansing, Michigan. And July 12th, 1990, Van Halen played the Allen County War Memorial Coliseum in Fort Wayne, Indiana. And that is it for this week in Van Halen history. All right. So, all right. Fuck. All right. So, yeah, in about a few minutes, I'm about to rate the beer here. All right. turn around, bright eyes. I've got that song going through my head tonight. Fuck, Bonnie Tyler. Turn around. All right, so anyways, it's time. I've got the numbers here. I'm going to let's see, very different numbers. 9, no, there we go. All right, so, okay. All right, so accompanying my beer tonight is, anybody want to throw a number between 1 and 10, feel free to do so. So, it's a Hoya Montero Habana Epicure by Riverfront Cigars. I got that right there. We've got Crown Royal Vanilla. All right. Cheers, everybody. All right. So, anyways, we have the beer Science by Refined Fool in Sarnia, Ontario, Canada. Like I said, I'm trying this beer for the very first time tonight. And when I try these beers, I don't use words like, I don't go, well, it's a very exquisite, highbrow, high-tasting, exquisite, high society beer. No, I go with my gut and what's in here. So, anyways, I'll give this a little top-up. Seriously, Larry or Heidi or anybody else watching, if you want to throw the number between 1 and 10, what do you think I'm going to give it? All right. So, yeah. The bitterness and the aftertaste, a little bit of it, the 1%, disappeared. It grew on me all through the blogcast. I'm going to say this is a good spring, summer, and fall beer. I'm going to tell you that it's like good for a barbecue beer or a picnic beer, back deck patio beer. Yeah. And so I thought long and hard about this. It's your everyman beer. Let's see here. What am I going to give it? All right. So, nope, not there. Not good enough for that. Not good enough for that. No. All right. 9 out of 10. All right. So, anyways, yeah. All right. 9 out of 10 on Science. It's a good beer. 9 out of 10. And where does that land us on our chart? All right. Read that. Okay. Awesome. Complex, interesting, wants to make you makes you want more right away. High seller potential. Right on. So 9 out of 10 for that. Got to remember that, people. Yeah. So 9 out of 10 on this beer. Science by the Refined Fool in Sarnia, Ontario, Canada. All right. Wow, I'll just set this back here. Like I said, it's a good spring, summer, and fall beer. Good barbecue beer. Goes good with like any type of like ethnic food. And yeah, so good back deck patio beer, good summer beer, good beach beer. So there we go. As you can see, as I place this back here, we've got all the years here. 2026, 74, 73, 75. We're basically a time machine here. And so yeah. All right. All right. Give this a top up. All right. So yeah. And look at the texture of that. Pretty good. All right. So I'll just place this back here. And lately, all right. So I'm going to say, and if you want a T-shirt, I've been getting requests for T-shirts. If you want a T-shirt like mine, with the logo on the front and the back, baseball jersey, regular plain white T-shirt, or a classic Big Jim's House Blogcast T-shirt, any size. Feel free to inbox me on my with an e-transfer money order there. $35, shipping and handling included. Hold on here. All right. All right. Got a request here. All right. Yeah. So they're $35, shipping and handling included, 4 to 6 weeks for delivery. You inbox me with an e-transfer or money order on my regular page or my Facebook page, Blogcast page, and I will do my best to get that out to you. And so there we go. I have had several satisfied viewers. Right on. So there we go. All right. As we have time, all right, so how am I going to do this here? All right, I'm going to give a 10 gong salute to these 3 legends. All right, so anyways, turn around, bright eyes. All right. These 3 legends are going to have, we're going to do a 10 gong salute to these 3 legends, Tommy Hunter, late Tommy Hunter, late Bonnie Tyler, and the late Randolph Mantooth. Here we go. There we go. All right. That is them. R.I.P. everybody. And cheers to these legends here. Cheers to you. All right. So, bongo. Oh yeah, boom. And if you want to call me up on the hotline, it is 1-800-867-5309. Ask me about that beer, how the blogcast is. You want to shoot the shit on your rotary phone or your cell, 1-800-867-5309. It's toll free to call. All right. And so, All right. So yeah, I'm going to give you guys an inspirational, motivational quote. You are confined only by the walls you build yourself, and that's by Unknown. I'll repeat that. You are confined only by the walls you build yourself. Unknown. That's right. So, yeah. All right. There we go. Spraying the apartment down. Okay, people. Yeah, that's it for me. This is Big Jim Blogcast Live. All right. So, anyways. All right. We've come to the end of another Big Jim Blogcast Live. Oh, yeah. Enjoy. Thank you for ending your weekend with me. All right. So. Yeah. All right, people. That's it for me. Big Jim Blogcast Live, version 8.0, episode 345, Sunday, July 12th, 2026. We gave a 9 out of 10 to Science Light PA by Refined Food in Sarnia, Ontario, Canada. Our birthday shout-outs, Tiffany Burke, Kelly Morgan Murphy, Anne-Marie Collins, Jason Steele, Janina Longley, Serena Figueroa, Rod Sheeler, Susan Roberts, Catherine McCalla, Terminator Dark Fate, Emergency Season 2, Bash at the Beach, WCW, Star Trek's Dr. Nichols, the Cowboy-Billy Davis, Tommy Hunter Tribute, Bonnie Tyler Salute, Tribute, David Lee Ross, Even the Smile Classic Legacy Album, This Week in Van Halen History, and our motivational quote, you're confined only by the walls you build yourself. And again, reminder of Big Jim Podcast Live is not spam. The audio version is out later on Spotify, Apple Podcasts, and all these audio listening platforms. It's your podcast you can play on YouTube channel, Big Jim Podcast Live at YouTube.com. Shouts out to everyone watching the Sarnia Port Elvin groups, Sarnia Rock, Show You Guys Rocks, Play Sarnia 2.0, all pop culture, retro, classic, vintage, salvage, yesteryear groups, Van Halen, hard rock, and metal classic rock groups, craft beer, cigars, sci-fi, Star Trek, Star Wars, pro wrestling, blog and vlog groups, Classic TV and Movie Birthdays, bongos, Rubik's, bongos. You may see me next week and you may not. So cheers, everyone, and be good. Enjoy your summer. All right, people. For Big Jim Podcast Live, version 8.0, I'm Jim, and enjoy your summer. You may see me next weekend, you may not. So cheers, everyone.